Ayo! What's going on, guys? What's up, everybody? How are you all doing here on this fine evening? What's up? What's up? What's up? How's my TGD crew? What's going on, everybody? What's up, guys? What a day! What a day! What a day! Oh my goodness! Today was, these days they just get crazier and crazier and crazier. Guys, welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. Another wild and crazy day of just complete chaos in the markets. Short squeeze galore. Everybody knows what's going on with all the different social media channels. Wall Street Bets, the Reddit, the subreddit group has gotten a ton of attention over the last couple of days with the GameStop short squeeze. And now they've been going after and targeting other highly shorted stocks like AMC. There's EXPR. There's a very long list of these stocks that are very highly shorted that these social media groups are going after. And the action, honestly, I got to be honest with you guys. I've been trading now for about 17 years, and I've never seen anything like this in my life. Yes, I've seen short squeezes before, but not like this. Like this is different. This is like it's a targeted attack on very specific companies, and it's really, I got to tell you guys, I don't know if you guys saw Chamath on CNBC today. Who is an individual that I respect very, very, very much. He's a brilliant guy. Had a very, very good heated exchange today on CNBC with regards to, what's going on with all of these short squeezes. And it was really, really fun to watch. I would just suggest you guys just search for it online and watch it maybe once we're done here, because it was a really great exchange. And I think he says it best. He's like, this is an attack. This is the little guy taking it to the big guy. And that's what this is. You're seeing, all of these individual retail traders that have their stimulus checks. They've got they're home with COVID. They got nothing else going on or nothing else to do. And they're all getting involved on these social media networks, and they're going after them, attacking these stocks. And they're squeezing them. GameStop all the way to $380 a share. That's just absolutely mind-boggling. The stock has no business being up there. There's no fundamental value for the company up at that level whatsoever. But when you have 140% of the company's float short, this is what happens. And it was all over the place today. The action today was so strange because you had like 10 different stocks, even more, that were squeezing higher. Meanwhile, the market is getting crushed. Guys, I don't know if anybody realized this or not. The markets got hammered today. Hammered. And are trading much lower after hours as well. Markets got hit today, but nobody even really knew about it. Why? Because everybody's talking about GameStop. Everybody's talking about AMC. Everyone's talking about KOSS. Everyone's talking about all these other names. And meanwhile, we're down 3%, 3.5% in the overall markets. It's crazy. Okay, so a very big sell-off in the overall markets, which makes me feel like, that this short squeeze and everything that you're seeing in the markets is going to start to bleed over into the rest of the markets and start to be affecting, different algorithms and different quant funds and different leverages. And it's going to mess with kind of the inner workings of the market, and you're seeing that start to unravel a little bit. You saw it today, and I think we've got a little bit more downside. I do think the markets pull back further, but I do think that the pullback is viable. I think it's a viable dip. I'm not expecting us to have like this massive crash like we had in March, but I could see us pulling back another 5% or so. But then again, like I said, I do think it's viable. I am bullish in the year 2021 in general, but I do think it's going to be a very volatile year, to say the least. So guys, welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. For those of you that are brand new, first thing you want to do is subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications. Why? I'll tell you. Because on every single one of my live streams, I share with you guys golden nuggets of information that are specifically, okay, my goal with all of my live streams is to make you guys better traders when we're done than you were before we started. And that is by sharing with you information and education that you would not be receiving elsewhere. My name is Michael Edward. I'm the head trader for True Trading Group. I began my career working at a fund. They taught me everything it is that I know today. I didn't figure this stuff out on my own. They did not let me touch $1 of their money until I went through their educational training program. I was taught. That's how made me the trader that I am today. And a simplified version of that information and education is what I provide to my TTG family members, and I drop golden nuggets and bits and pieces of that education totally for free right here on this YouTube channel for free. So like I said, subscribe, turn on your notifications, and of course, if you guys haven't done so already, I want you to go ahead and smash that like button. I told you guys for the last couple of days now, what did I say yesterday? Get your butts in chat. I told you there is no excuse to get your butts in chat. There's going to be tremendous action in the overall markets. And today, listen, today was not a big P&L day for me. It was a nice day, but late in the day, a lot of things sold off very, very hard. A lot of names sold off very hard. I put on a bunch of swing trade positions today. I actually had like 4 or 5 different positions open at one time during the day today, which is a lot. I usually don't have that many positions that are open all at once. And I was doing very well in those positions. And I was just peeling profits off. WWR, WKHS, I made some good money on those. LAZR, RIDE, some other ones that I entered intending to be swing trades. And then the market just started to fall apart. The market just started to roll over. We made new lows in the afternoon and the markets accelerated to the downside and everything sold off with it. You saw all of a sudden in almost every single stock that was on my screen, all of a sudden you got bang out of nowhere. And I'm like, okay, hold on a second. This isn't just like an isolated incident in like the one stock or the 2 stocks that I'm holding. I'm seeing this blanket across the board in a lot of different names. So I said, you know what? I'm going to play this safe. I don't like the action I'm seeing. And I flattened out all of my open positions. I am completely closed. I got no open swing trades. I got out of everything. I got out of WWR. I got out of LAZR. I got out of RIDE. I got out of WKHS. The lesson that I want to go over with you guys here today on this live stream is the importance of being disciplined. Because while I'm in these trades, they're getting to my profit targets and I'm still acting when my profit targets are reached. I'm taking profits when my targets are reached. I'm not getting greedy. You know how easy it would have been for me to buy WWR at like 760, 770, watch that stock run up to 9 and then be like, I'm not selling this. Everything is squeezing. This thing's going to go to 12. You know how easy it could have been for me to buy LAZR and watch that stock run $3, $4 and be like, I'm holding this. Everything is going to squeeze and not take any profit off the table. You know how easy that could have been for me to have done that? A lot of traders out there, when you see this type of action, you see GameStop go to 300, you see AMC go to 18, you see all of these stocks start to light up the board and everyone says, oh, I'm not going to take profit. I'm just going to hold. Well, that is when you get yourself into a lot of trouble. That is when you turn green trades into red trades. And if it was not for my discipline today, if it was not for me saying, okay, guys, my profit target is met, I'm going to take some profit off the table here. If I didn't stick to that rule, if I didn't have that discipline, if I didn't follow my game plan, I would have ended up red. Because WWR, LAZR, RIDE, along with everything else in the market, at the end of the day, just went boom. And if I was just holding on to my entire position, I'm red. But I'm not. I'm finishing the day green. It's not a huge day. I was up a lot more in the morning because all those trades were all working out, moving on to new highs. And I just kept peeling profits off the table as the stock was climbing. But then we got a complete reversal. But I was already down to smaller size. I'd already taken profit on my positions. And that's what allowed me to walk away from the rest of these trades with a green day instead of a red day. Okay. And that's what I want to talk to you guys about on this live stream. And that's why the title of this was, a green day, being a disciplined trader, because a lot of people can get very, very greedy during in environments like this. When you see stocks going from 20 to 300, when you see stocks going from, what KOSS from like 8 to 70 or whatever the hell that stock did today. So it's very easy to get greedy. It's very easy to get googly-eyed. And that can cause a trader to steer away from their discipline. Okay. It can cause them to steer away from their discipline. And that's what we're going to talk about here today. Okay. So guys, listen up. Tonight you are going to be probably seeing, I want to, full disclosure, I want to talk to you guys. Tonight you're going to probably see a lot of people on this live stream. A lot of TGD members are going to be probably mentioning their winning trades. And it's important to note that although the vast majority of my TGD members are doing very well, it certainly does not mean that everyone is doing well. There are some people that are still struggling, but it's important to note that the people that are having success, it doesn't mean that they were not also struggling at the beginning of their journey. Okay, so it's important that we recognize kind of the struggling traders also with the successful traders, and let you guys know that in TTG we leave no trader behind. That's why we conduct every couple of weeks red to green workshops, which tries to specifically work with our members that are in fact still struggling. Even though the vast majority are doing well, we still do have some traders that are struggling. Everybody learns at their own pace. Okay, everybody maybe has some bad habits that they've got to break from different trading experiences they've had in the past. And we're here to walk through and help everyone through that entire process. So, so tonight, the first question that I want to ask everybody here tonight is for all of my TGD members that struggled, at first with trading, and were able to turn it around, improve as a trader, and begin making money as a result of working with TTG. I want you guys to go ahead right now and type the number 1 in chat. So if you are a TTG member and you started off struggling and you are now kicking some serious ass because of the work and the time and the energy that you've put in with the TTG fam, I want you guys to go ahead and type the number 1 in chat. Now, for those of you that are watching this live that are not maybe typing the number 1, I want you to pay attention to how many number 1s are coming across the screen, because I want to show you how many people are having success. I want you to see how many people started off struggling. That's what I want you to see. All of these people that are typing the number 1 in chat all started off struggling. So if you are struggling right now in your own trading career, don't feel like there's something wrong with you, or you just can't get this, or maybe this isn't for you. Every single person you're seeing type this number 1 in chat is having success now after working with TTG, working with the mods, going through the education, doing one-on-ones, attending private study groups, attending workshops and webinars, going through the material, and are now having success. But they also struggled in the beginning as well. So it's important to you guys. I wanted to point that out. Okay, so pay attention to all those number 1s that are going on in chat, because like I said, we leave no trader behind. All of these people were struggling, but we leave no trader behind. If they can do it, so can you. All right. So, all right, what I want to do here now, guys, first thing that we're going to do here tonight is we are going to jump right into the trades. Okay, so I'm going to cover with you guys the trades that I made today. I actually, as crazy as this sounds, I actually made money. All right, you know what? Let's give some time, actually, guys. Let me give some time. Let's do an open floor blanket Q&A session first. Okay. All right, let's do a blanket Q&A session first. All right, let me just, because I'll give some time for people to log on. We just went live. We're streaming live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. We have about 1,200 people that are watching this live right now across those different networks. So I'll give some time for a couple more people to log on. Guys, go ahead and smash that like button while we're waiting. And I'll take a couple of questions, maybe, for about 15, 20 minutes or so. I'll answer some of your people's questions, and then we'll dive into the trade recaps on the day. I have a lot that I want to go over with you guys because I made a lot of trades today. I traded EXPR, I traded WWR, I traded WKHS, I traded LAZR, and I traded RIDE. I was very active today, so I want to really go over, I want to recap all those trades with you guys and go over that discipline lesson. So I'll spend a couple of minutes here first, and we're going to go over, I'll answer a couple of questions, and then we will, and then we'll dive into the trade recaps from the day. Way to go, Ernest. Ernest made my membership back, $1,600. Beautiful. Great job. Oh my God, there's so many messages coming through right now, guys. I'm sorry. I'm having a hard time even keeping up to even try to catch one that I want to address. Jamie, okay, this is a good question. Jamie says, Mike, what do you look for to turn a T3 position into a swing trade like you did with WKHS the other day? So basically, so Jamie's question, guys, is really, he's asking me, what is it that will make me enter a trade with the intention of it being a day trade and then turn it into a swing trade? What do I look for to make me make that distinction? Like WKHS. I bought WKHS yesterday at 28 bucks. That stock absolutely exploded today. Exploded yesterday. Yesterday it went to $33. Today I think it went to 38 or 39. And I was still long some. And I sold some today up like 37 and change. I believe was my final take profit there on WKHS. Was a home run, was an absolute home run. Even though I was only holding a small piece of my position, it still turned out to be a home run because it was like $10 a share that I was able to pull off on that trade. So $9.50 a share. So it ended up being a really big win on that last piece, even though it was small size. But what is it that I look for? When I enter a day trade, this is actually important for us to discuss this real quick. When I enter a day trade, guys, what I'll do, okay, I have my profit targets, right? I've got, my profit targets that I'm looking for that are potential areas of resistance that when the stock gets there, I'm taking profits off the table. Now, as the stock reaches those levels, I have more information, right? Every single candle that a stock puts in, whether it's price action or volume, gives me more information to add to my analysis, okay? The more information that I get, I'm constantly reevaluating my analysis and trying to gauge the strength and the momentum behind the stock. So in a case like WKHS, when I got to profit targets 2 and 3, I'm like, man, this stock really looks good. There's a lot of momentum in this name. There's really heavy volume when the stock is pushing higher. The pullbacks are very light volume. Key support levels are holding. Like when the stock pulls back in, you get a real solid bounce off of VWAP, or it pulls back in to test the prior day's high and it bounces right back off that level. When I'm seeing all these things occur throughout the course of the day, I'm saying this stock still looks really good. I think we've got more upside. I'm going to hold on to a piece of this and I'm going to turn that day trade into a swing trade. Now, that's very different from turning a day trade into a swing trade because the stock didn't do what I thought it was going to do. That's something that I never do. And I don't think any one of you should do this either. This is a very important lesson. Jamie, thank you for asking this question. Guys, listen up, pay attention seriously, because there's a lot of people in here that will buy a stock. It doesn't do what they think it's going to do. Okay. And they're like, oh, well, I'll just hold it into tomorrow. Do not ever turn what is intended to be a day trade. Do not ever turn that into a swing trade because the stock didn't do what you thought it was going to do. That's a bad sign. So why are you holding it? Turn a day trade into a swing trade when the stock does exactly what you thought it was going to do. Okay? What exactly you thought the stock was going to do. Also important because your risk is going to be different. Now, if you go after and you buy a stock as a day trade, I guarantee you probably have a larger position size and a larger risk than if you would have taken that as a swing trade. So you entered specific position size and risk based on a day trade stop loss. But now if you swing that position overnight, that stock might gap up, gap down. You may not be getting your stop loss. You're going to lose a lot more money than you initially intended. Don't let a day trade turn into a swing trade because the stock didn't do what you thought it was going to do. Only let day trades turn into swing trades when the stock does exactly what you thought it was going to do and you have confidence holding and looking for that thing to go higher. I know there's a lot of traders on here that probably do this. This is something that if you trade options, I promise you, you have gotten destroyed doing this. I promise you, there's so many people on here that have bought a call option. The stock did not go up. It just kind of went sideways. And they're like, oh, well, I'll just hold it. I have a couple days. I'll just hold it. And the stock gaps down the next day and they lost like 50, 60%. And they're like, and they're like, they lose more money than they even could possibly have imagined. And they don't understand why. That's why you're turning a day trade into a swing trade for the wrong reason. Okay. So WKHS, for that example, when I bought that stock at $27.99 was my actual entry yesterday. I took profit. And I'm like, this thing looks great. I'm still going to hold this. That's when you turn a day trade into a swing trade. Not when you buy stock at $27.99. It just kind of goes like this. It closes at like $27.65 and you're like, oh, let's see what happens tomorrow. And it gaps down to $26.50. Okay. Don't do that. All right. Jamie, excellent question. Thank you. Thomas Brown, good question. Any advice on how to turn and drown out the noise from others that are posting their gains on social media? yes, my advice to you is just completely don't listen to them because most of them are full of shit. So that is the first thing that I will say to you. Most of the people are full of it. The ones that are not, the ones that are being honest and upfront with their gains, who cares? Who cares? Just because someone made 200 grand on GameStop, what does that mean? Okay, was that the first trade they've ever made? Have they been profitable this entire time? Did they just start trading a week ago? Have they been trading for 10 years? What's their P&L look like prior to that trade? Are they up? Maybe they're down 200 grand in their trading career, and then they just made it back, and now they're break even and they're flat. My point is that you have no idea what someone else's journey has been like. You have no idea where everyone else is in that journey and in that process. Just because someone says, look, I made 50 grand today, what good is it if they lost 50 grand the day before? Okay, so like, don't be so obsessed with P&Ls that people post and the gains that they post on social media. A lot of people just doctor them up, they Photoshop them, they post them up, and it's like it's a conversation piece. Cool. People that are posting genuine gains, just who cares? It's not yours. The only person's P&L that matters is yours. Nobody else's. Nobody else's P&L matters. Not one person on this live stream's P&L matters, only yours. So drown out anything that you see, and don't get discouraged when you see people post their gains, because you don't know, A, how long that person's been trading, and B, you don't know how much money they're down or up prior to them posting that net overall throughout their career. Okay, so don't get discouraged. If anything, if you want to look at it from the flip side, you can say, well, look, if that person can do it, so can I. Okay, but don't, try to drown it out as most as you can. Okay, try to drown it out as most as you can. Next question. How do you decide how much profit to take if a stock is doing well? So I trade in a tier system. Okay, I trade in tiers. So what I do is when I take profits on my winning trades, I will always sell in at least 3 tiers, sometimes 4 or 5. So what I'll usually do is I'll take profit 25%, 50%, and 25%. But sometimes what I'll do is I'll break that last piece up maybe into 2 different pieces, depending on what I'm seeing in the trade. But my profit targets are potential areas of resistance. So when you're looking at a chart, what I will do is I'm not looking for areas where I think the stock is going to go to necessarily. I'm looking for areas that I think could be resistance if the stock gets there. See the difference? Like, I'm looking for areas where I think, okay, that could be potential resistance. That could be potential resistance. And that is where my profit targets will lie. Because if the stock breaks through a level, I'm thinking there's enough momentum and directional movement where the stock can move to that next resistance level. But every profit target zone for me is a potential area of resistance. And that's why I'm going to take profits off at that level, just in case that resistance level does not break. Okay. Which actually will segue right into a major lesson that I want to cover with you guys tonight about profit taking. Okay. About profit taking. It's a major lesson I want to talk to you guys tonight about profit taking and reacting when those levels are reached. Okay. Oh, wow. Way to go, Greta. Greta's like, yep, I learned that lesson today. Greta's third red day today since joining the group on December 31st. Sam E, why do shorts short a stock? Just simply, they think it's going lower, man. They think it's overvalued. They don't believe in the company. They think the company's going to fail. They don't believe in the business model. They think the stock's overvalued. They think it's going back down, so they short it. Do you have a strategy for PDT? Yeah, you can still tier out on PDT rule. You just can't tier in. If you buy 1,000 shares, then you sell 250, 500, 250, that'll be counted as one day trade. But if you buy 500, 500, and then sell 255, 500, 250, that's going to count as 2 day trades. Are shorts safe anymore? Shorts are never safe. Shorts carry unlimited risk. Shorts carry unlimited risk. Shorts are never safe. Being long is a lot safer than being short. 90% of the time, stock markets go up. 90% of the time, stock markets go up. And even if you go long and a stock goes to absolute zero, you can only lose 100% of the money you put in. If you put $1,000 into a stock at $5 and it goes to zero, you'll lose that $1,000. But if you short $1,000 of a stock at $5 and it goes to 10, you lost $1,000. If it goes to 15, you lost $2,000. If it goes to 20, you lost $3,000. 25, $4,000, and so on and so on and so on until GameStop goes to $380. Do the math. Okay, so short selling is never safe, Nick. So I don't want you to say, is it safe anymore? It never was. This is a reality that gets kind of lost in the wind or swept under the rug, that this is very possible. Short selling, especially when you're talking about small cap stocks, short selling is a very high accuracy strategy, meaning you'll have a very high win rate. Because most of the time with I'm talking about small caps specifically now, like these $3, $4, $5 stocks that gap up because of some news, and they usually end up fading because, you know, the companies aren't, there's a reason why they're $2 or $3 stocks, not $20, $30, $200, $300 stocks. So most of the time when those stocks gap up and they get, you know, a lot of excitement because of a press release, people will short them. And if you can just hold on to them for a couple of days, they'll drift back to where they came from. And you'll have a high accuracy, like you'll have an 80, 85% accuracy if you're shorting those small caps, if you just have the stomach to hold them long enough. But the thing about that strategy is you'll have a high accuracy, but when you do lose, your losses are massive. Your losses are massive. So you can have a short seller wipe out an entire month of profit in one losing trade. That's typically what you see from a short seller. From a short seller, they'll be win, and it'll be like 20%, 20%, 30%, 30%, 20%. And then all of a sudden they lose 250% in one trade. Okay. And that's typically what will happen in a short seller strategy. You just, if you're okay with that and you're comfortable with that, it's just a different style. It's just a different strategy. You just have to understand the risks of that style and of that strategy. Do I think GameStop will rise? Somebody just asked me. I mean, it's up like 1 billion% in the last 2 weeks. So, do I think it's going to go further? I don't know. I honestly have no idea. I have no idea. I've never seen anything like this before in my entire career. You know, I've like tried to compare it to other short squeezes that I've seen, but I just can't, you know. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm not even going to sit here and try to pretend like I have an idea of what GameStop is going to do. I'm just like, okay, you know what? I made really good money on GameStop day 1 and day 2 of that short squeeze. Now I'm like, somebody said to me today, they're like, Mike, if this thing, you know, this thing might go to 550 tomorrow. And I'm like, it can also go to 100 tomorrow, you know, like that's the way the stock is trading. And I'm just right now, I'm not willing to place a bet on either side of that trade. The IV on the options is absolutely insane. You're paying like $60, $70, $80 a contract for an option. That's like $100 out of the money. It's insane. It is so insane. And then to be long is just like how you know, how do you justify buying GameStop at $350? I just, you know, I know it pulled back after hours. I think it pulled back to like 260 or something like that, and then bounced back to 280, 290. I don't know where it closed the after hours session. I didn't check it, but I just don't know, guys, honestly. And I'm totally okay with just saying I don't know. I don't know what GameStop is going to do. It is history in the making. It is history in the making. Please explain how you redo your watch list at lunchtime. Good question. I mentioned this last night. How I redo my watch list. I redo my watch list during lunchtime. So during lunchtime is typically from 12 to 2 p.m. Eastern. And what I do during 12 to 2 p.m. Eastern is I create a new watch list of stocks that I think give me an afternoon move. And how that I do that is I'll look at what are the stocks that were strong in the morning, because I want to see stocks that were strong in the morning and then consolidate during lunch. I don't want to see a stock that's strong in the morning and then is strong during lunch, because it's very, very difficult for a stock to make a new high in the morning, during lunch, and in the afternoon. Not to say it never happens, but it's very difficult for a stock to have that much momentum without taking some type of a breather throughout the day. So that's why I like to see a stock that's strong in the morning and then consolidates above a major support level during lunchtime. Okay, so let's say you have a stock that, breaks out in the morning, consolidates, pushes to new highs, increasing volume. Okay, increasing volume, pushing, extending. I was thinking to myself, what I'm doing is I'm thinking to myself when I'm seeing that, okay, I want to see the stock now recharge its battery. So that's what I'll do during lunch. I try to find the stocks that were strong in the morning that are holding above a key support level during lunch. And then typically on lower volume, you want to see lower volume during lunchtime. And then around 2:00 Eastern, which is when lunchtime is over, you want to start to see volume begin to pick back up again. And once you see that volume begin to pick back up at like 2:30, that's usually a sign to me that stock's going to make another push going into the close. And that's how I'll readjust my watch list, because those stocks may not be the same stocks that were on my watch list at 8:00 in the morning or 9:00 in the morning. What are my thoughts on Chamath and Elon joining the war on shorts? I think it's great. I think it's all in good fun. I think it's all in good fun. I think it's great. My thoughts on AMC. That short position is nowhere near as big as GameStop's was. GameStop was 140% of the float. You only have, what was it, AMC? 40 or 50, I believe, percent of the float, I believe. So nowhere near as big as GameStop's, they were nowhere near as much as GameStop. So listen, I think it could go higher. The stock held up pretty decently today after the big gap up. I know they all sold off after hours when Wall Street Bets got shut down, but then it's back on and working, and they all bounced back and recovered as soon as they came back on, as soon as the site came back online. So I think AMC is going to squeeze. I think it's going to go higher. I think what you're going to see happen is as soon as you have the social media retail crowd gets out of GameStop, you're going to have a bunch of traders that have a ton of cash or a ton of FOMO, two of which are very dangerous for a stock like AMC with half the float short. And if that's the one that they go after next, they absolutely can squeeze that thing up into the 20s easily. Okay, so we have to see what happens. That would be the next one that would be on my list, at least, just from kind of the chatter. So we'll see, guys. Okay, we'll see. All right, I'll take maybe one more question, guys, and then we will get into. Yes. Is it possible to have more of a stock shorted than actual shares? Yes, it is. It is. Naked short selling. It's a real thing. This is actually a big topic of discussion that's going on right now in amongst regulators is how is it possible to have 140% of the float in GameStop short? How is that possible? How can you be short more shares than there are out there? Because in order for you to short a stock, you have to borrow it from someone. So how are you borrowing shares that don't exist if an extra 40% of the float is short? How? Okay, how? And these are just all of these different hedge funds that are getting leverage and are getting these naked short positions. And this is what happens. They took insane amounts of risk, completely leveraged, to the teeth, and they got blown up. Does GameStop deserve to be at $300? Absolutely effing not. But it is. So that's the way the market works. It's the way the market works. there's a fundamental, not fundamental in the means of like book value, like when we talk about fundamental valuation on a company, but there's a fundamental method on how the stock market works. And when you have that many shares short, when they have to start to buy those shares back, then add on top of that millions and millions of traders going long, you get the stock that just goes to 300 and there's nothing anybody can do about it. So I don't think it should be allowed. I don't think it should be allowed. I think regulators need to change that. I think regulators need to change that. I think regulators need to change the fact that, you can have over 100% of the float short. I think that's insane. I think that's insane. So I think that needs to be changed. Okay. Cool. All right, guys, let's dive into my trade recaps on the day. I've got a lot of them. I told you guys I traded a lot of different stocks today, and I want to go over the trades with you. I'm going to talk about the setups and talk about the entries, the exits. Okay, but remember, the main lesson that I want to talk to you all about here tonight is discipline. Okay, and I will start this off by telling you this one saying. I have a bunch of quotes. I think I might just make a book one day with like all of my quotes. I might make a book one day with all of my quotes. My favorite quote, you guys may have heard me say it before, but my favorite quote is, great traders are more concerned with how much they're going to lose if they're wrong. Struggling traders are more concerned with how much they're going to make if they're right. That's one of my favorite quotes. But another quote that I think, is relevant to the lessons I'm going to talk to you guys tonight about discipline. It has everything to do with profit taking and not being a greedy little pig when you guys are in your trades, and not falling victim to greed and sticking to your game plan no matter what. When I identify a profit target, here's my quote. I don't care if my profit target is reached in 3 seconds, 3 minutes, 3 hours, or 3 days. When my profit target is reached, I take profit. A lot of traders their fault in this point is they buy a stock, it immediately goes up, and they automatically equate that to, oh my God, this must be going higher. Look how fast it just went up. Look how fast it just went. I bought it at 12. It's already at 13.50. Look how fast it went. It must be going to 15. It must be going to 20. And they just lose complete respect for the game plan they had when they initially entered the trade. That is greed, ladies and gentlemen. That is taking over. You are now making an emotional decision. So that is what I mean by, I don't care if my profit target is reached in 3 seconds, 3 minutes, 3 hours, or 3 days. When my profit target is reached, I take profit. Okay. If you are not taking profit when your profit targets are reached, you have one thing that is to blame for that. And it's one thing only, and that is greed. That's greed. Okay. And greed will kill you in this game. Okay. So make sure that you guys are always staying disciplined. Make sure that you guys are always sticking to your profit targets, and follow your game plan. Just be robotic. Be robotic in your game plan. That is the best advice that I can give to you. Be the computer. Because if I had a computer algorithm and I said, hey, computer algorithm, buy the stock at 10, stop out at 10.50, take profits buy the stock at 10, stop out at 9.50, take profits at 10.50, 11, and 12. If that was the command that I gave that computer, when the computer buys the stock at $10, I don't care if 3 seconds later it gets to 10.50. What do you think that computer is going to do? It's going to react. It's going to take profit. Be the computer. Okay? Be robotic. Remove the emotions from the equation. Remove the emotions from the equation. Okay? My best advice that I can give to you. This is the whole premise behind the lesson tonight with being a disciplined trader. This exact lesson saved me today. This is how I was able to still have a green day today, even though a lot of the swing trades that I entered, I got to profit target 1. Some of them I got to profit target 2. Others I only got to profit target 1, and they started to then pull themselves back later in the day with the rest of the market when the market sold off. And I was able to exit those positions with a green day because I took profits when those first levels were reached. Now, in the morning, when everything was going crazy, AMC's up 1,000,000%, GameStop's up 500,000%, KOSS is up 2 million. I'm exaggerating, right? They're up like 400, 200, 300%. I could have been like, oh man, these are all going to squeeze today. I could have been greedy. And just held on to those positions. And if I did, I would have paid for it today. But instead, I'm walking away with more money than I had yesterday, and that's a job well done and a job accomplished. That's what I want you guys to take from the lesson I'm about to go over with you now. Let's get to the trades. For that, let's take it to the charts. Okay. First, WKHS. Okay. WKHS. Now, you guys, I bought WKHS yesterday. Oh, I actually still have the marks on my chart. Here, I'll just go back. This is from yesterday's live stream. Yesterday's live stream, I had the marks on my chart. So there's my entry yesterday, $27.99. Okay, and then I had the circles are drawn here. These are my 3 take profits that I had on WKHS yesterday, and then I held on to a piece of that position looking for follow through today. And then today we got tremendous follow through today, and I actually went ahead and I got flat. Okay, I got flat WKHS right there. Okay, right there is where I got flat WKHS from my $27.99 entry. Okay, so about $9.50 a share almost, and it's a good thing I did. It's a good thing I did, because if I didn't, I waited all the way until the afternoon. Look what happened. Look what happened to these stocks. But this is the same case with everything. Everything that I bought, everything in the morning, everything that I was trading today that did that in the morning did this in the afternoon. Almost everything that I was trading today, everything on my screen, it did that in the afternoon. Okay. So this is just the first trade of the day. This is kind of just an update and a recap from yesterday. And we got that nice strong extension. Yesterday, I told everybody my target was around 36. This thing went all the way to 40, and I got flat over 37. And that was the final take there on WKHS. So that was just a kind of update from yesterday's live stream. If you guys caught my live stream yesterday, we went over this WKHS trade, and I told you guys I was looking for a follow-through move on WKHS today, and boy, did we get one. Okay. But now let's go to some of my other trades today. Okay. EXPR. Okay. As crazy as it sounds, I made money on EXPR short, which actually blows my mind. Actually blows my mind that I somehow was able to squeak out a little bit of profit in that move, which makes me feel like a total piker when the stock ends up doing this. When the stock ends up doing that. But I actually shorted EXPR in the morning. I'll take you guys in here. I actually had this easy to borrow on Lightspeed. I was actually surprised. I didn't even have to request to locate. It was just easy to borrow for me. But right off the gap up EXPR, what I thought to myself today was like, okay, all of these other stocks were gapping up because of like the Wall Street bets, like short squeeze with GameStop, and everyone was talking about like the hype around all these other shorted names. And EXPR gapped up, and then you had this huge pullback right off the bell. The stock halted. We came out of that halt, and we actually continued lower. And what I'm saying to myself at that point, okay, was if we bounce back, okay, I liked the volume on the sell-off, like the volume on the way down. You saw this big volume bar. Then you had this little bit of a lighter candle on the bounce back, and we got rejected right at that previous halt price. We got rejected right at that previous halt price. So I came right in here in EXPR once we got rejected at 7, and I got short at like 653, 654. Okay. And I just rode this thing down. And I said my first take profit was the low of the day. My second take profit was below the low of the day. Okay. And right down here, we got to the low day. I covered some of my position. We broke through lows. I covered more of my position. As we broke through lows of the day, I held on to a piece. My final target was like $4.50 to $5, but then the stock reversed. And once we popped our head back over VWAP, I said, you know what? I'm not going to play this game short because, obviously it's pretty dangerous right now to be short. The stock did not roll over like I thought. Once it held there, I said, okay, you know what? I'm not even going to test my luck. And I exited that position. I walked away with a nice little profit. But again, what I want to go over with you, if I did not stick to my profit targets, if I did not say, okay, like, well, look how fast it got to the low of the day. Look how fast we got there. I mean, literally within 9 minutes, we already got down to the low of the day. I could have been like, oh, this thing's dead. This thing's dead. I'm not going to cover a single share. I'm going to hold on to this entire position. I'm going to cover my whole position down here. I'm going to make a ton of money. I'm just going to hold. Well, no, if I did that, I would have paid the price for it, but I stuck to my game plan. I took profits off at the low of the day. I took profits off as we made a new low of the day. And then I got flat when we popped ourselves over VWAP, and I walked away with a really nice little profit in my pocket. And it was a good way to start the day, going from that WKHS trade from yesterday, then going into this trade on EXPR was a nice way to start the day. It was a nice way to start the day. And then it's a good thing I covered the position, because look what happened. Are you kidding me? I would have got my ass handed to me if I didn't take profits when my profit targets were reached. I would have got destroyed. Okay? So very important that you guys stick to that game plan. You take those profits when your levels are reached. Next was WWR. Okay? WWR, another prime perfect example of discipline. Look at what happened to this stock. Okay, you had this huge rally. Look at this big move in the morning. And then when everything else sold off, crushed. Now imagine if I was greedy and I didn't take profits. I'm getting my ass kicked. I got long this WWR because we held this level, 730. This was such a key level. I'm going to zoom this out. Pay attention. Look at that. Look at that, right? Look at that resistance over those last couple of days. So after we had the breakout day yesterday was that big breakout day, huge volume breakout day through that resistance level that was on the daily chart. There's that resistance level on the daily chart. If you've been following my live stream for a while, you guys know I've been talking about WWR for the last 2 weeks about this swing trade play, okay? So we held that level, this big gap down today, this morning, and we just hold it. We just hold it, and then we get this big, strong, engulfing candle that took us to new highs. Right there, I said, guys, I love that WWR just held. I'm going to get myself back into this trade, and I got long right there at like 770. Stop loss was 725, just below the low of the day. There was my entry, and I just stuck to my profit targets. My first profit target was 850, which was yesterday's high. So what did I do? I took a piece of profit off in front of yesterday's high, okay, $8.47. Took profits off in front of yesterday's high, and then we get this extension up to $9. And when I initially entered this trade, I specifically said that $9 was my target, my THD family members. And even if you guys have been watching my live stream for the last week or so, I've been talking about, I think WWR can get to at least 9. That's what I've been saying this entire time. So it was a profit target for me. The stock got to 9. What did I do? I sold the bulk of my position. This is my second now take profit. My first take profit, 25% of the position. My second take profit, 50% of the position, because I'm not being greedy. And it's a good thing I took profits, because look at what happened to this stock. Look at what happened to this stock. And I ended up stopping out the last piece of my position. Okay, I was actually went off to a doctor's appointment. So I set a hard physical stop at 725, and I got triggered right there at the very end of the day. And the stock now trading much lower after hours, went all the way down to below 7. A complete reversal in the stock and a complete reversal in a lot of other names, but a green trade as I'm able to take the bulk of my position off the table when my profit targets were reached. Okay? When my profit targets were reached. Again, the exact same lesson, completely different trades. I don't care when your profit target is reached. I don't care how your profit target is reached. I don't care how aggressively the stock gets to your profit target. When it does, you react and you take profits off the table. Okay? Yes, I do set limit orders. So when I'm taking profit, I usually just put limit orders up in front of those resistance levels that are my profit targets. And as the stock approaches, I get filled. Okay? So I usually, when I take profits, it's usually via limit orders. Okay? So that was WWR. Now, my next trades, my fourth trade and my fifth trade, these I was only able to take some profit off the table on profit target 1, and I stopped out the rest of those positions, which saved me a lot of money. Saved me a lot of money. So what I want to point out to you guys here is laser. Okay, laser here has been kind of in like this little wedge, like kind of a pennant pattern, and we tried to break out of this pennant, this pattern today, and we just got absolutely stuffed and rejected. What I was looking for was this level right here. Okay, see this little triple top right here over the last 2 days at 38. Well, in the morning today, we just exploded red to green, red to green, huge volume, took us right through 38. And I just came right in here, guys, and I got long this laser, okay, right beneath that 38 once we start to make that move. And this was going to be a swing trade. I had every intention on this being a swing trade, okay? Even when I sent out the alert to all my members in chat, I actually said swing trade, LAZR, okay? This had full intentions on this being a swing trade. Full intentions on it being a swing trade, okay? But things changed. My first take profit target was going to be over 40, okay? Why? Because this previous little pivot top right there sits right at $40. So I said, okay, there's maybe, it's not heavy resistance by any means, but it's a little pivot resistance point. If we get through that, then I think maybe the stock, I thought maybe over the next couple of days had a chance to get back to the all-time high, 47.50. Okay, that was going to be one of my next profit targets. Never got there. Okay, but what we did get to, okay, was that previous pivot high. So when we got to that previous pivot high, I took profit. Look how this trade. I took profits in a matter of like 7 minutes on a swing trade, on a trade that I had every intention on holding for the next maybe 3 or 4 days. I'm taking profit in 6 or 7 minutes because, again, I don't care if my profit target is reached in 3 seconds, 3 minutes, 3 hours, or 3 days. When my profit target is reached, I'm taking profit. And it's a good thing that I did because, again, look what happened to the stock in the afternoon. Every single stock on my screen today looked like that in the morning and looked like that in the afternoon. Complete reversal in so many of these names. And I ended up stopping out of the rest of this position right there. I got flat the rest of that position. Okay. So I was only able to get profit target 1. I was only able to get profit target 1 off the table, not profit target 2. I only sold 25% of my position for a profit. Okay, but again, good thing I did. Otherwise, I would have walked away red. Okay, so this is the reoccurring theme here on these trades is the importance of you guys sticking to your profit targets and taking profits when your levels are reached. Then you had RIDE, R-I-D-E. Okay, RIDE. A lot of strength today in the electric vehicle stocks. WKHS was a beast in the morning, right? So another one, very similar name, RIDE, very similar. Big day yesterday, big day this morning, right? Big day this morning. Again, look at what the stock looks like in the morning, then look at what it looks like in the afternoon. Complete reversals. Night and day. It's like it's 2 different stocks. But I'm looking at this RIDE. I was looking at RIDE on the back of this big wedge pattern on the daily chart. If you guys have been following my live streams for a while, you know that I talked about this stock about 2 weeks ago for a potential swing trade. Well, I entered that swing trade today. Okay. Again, this is another one. I'm flat now because of everything that I was seeing in the markets, but I had every intention of this being a swing trade. Okay. I had every intention of this being a swing trade to where I went ahead and I got long right here on RIDE. Right there on RIDE, but why? Why am I long right there on RIDE, guys? Because that was a successful break out of that wedge and a pullback retest and hold of the wedge. And we were increasing volume on that bounce off of the test of that wedge. This is that same line. That's what I'm trying to share. I'll just, maybe if I go to a 15-minute chart or an hourly chart, it's easier for you to see it. Okay, there you go. Okay, so there's an hourly chart. It's easier for you to see it. Okay, and then there's when we broke out of it, and I'll go back to 3 minutes. You can see there's my entry. Okay, as we broke out and then retested, and then when we were continuing higher, that's when I entered my trade. And now the stock starts to climb. Now, as the stock is making its climb, I could have sat there and said, oh my God, this stock's going to go to the moon. Look what WKHS did. I'll be like, oh my God, look what WKHS did. You know, RIDE's going to do the same thing. I'm not going to sell a single share. Well, my first profit target was what? $30.50. Why? Because here's a previous little pivot top that I thought could act as an area of resistance. So when the stock got there, I took profits off the table. My first take profit comes off the table right in front of $30.50. The high of the day is $30.74 is your high of the day. I only sold 25% of my position there, guys. Okay, only 25% of my position. I did not sell the bulk of my position. And then the stock has this massive, massive pullback, and I end up getting flat my position down here. Okay, so this trade was a loss. I took a loss on this trade, even though I was able to, but I was able to take 25% of my position off the table for a profit, which greatly reduces my risk on the back end of that position. Okay, greatly reduces my risk on the back end of that position. This is why it's so important for you guys to trade in tiers, right? This is why it's so important for you guys to trade in tiers, but to also stick to your profit targets. If I did not stick to my profit targets, do you see how different this day could have gone? Look at what these stocks did. After I got into these stocks, they all completely reversed on me. I could have had a nasty red day if I didn't take any profits off when my targets were reached. So look how different that my day could have been P&L wise. And that makes a big difference over the span of a month, which makes a big difference over the span of a year. Be smart about it, guys. Don't be greedy. Take profits when your targets are reached. Does anybody have any questions, okay, specifically about the trade recaps and the lessons that I just went over with you guys? Do you have any questions about that specifically? Whether it's WKHS, RIDE, Laser, WWR. Do you guys have any questions about those trades in particular? Do I do any long-term holds? Yes, I have a very extensive long-term portfolio. I probably own maybe close to 200 different stocks in my long-term portfolio. What does different tiers mean? Okay, so different tiers mean that when I'm taking profit, I sell my position in pieces. So I don't sell my position all at once. Okay, I identify multiple profit targets, profit target 1, profit target 2, profit target 3, right? And when I get to profit target 1, I sell 25% of my position. When I get to profit target 2, I sell 50% of my position. When it gets to profit target 3, I sell 25% of my position. Sometimes on that last piece, I'll break that last chunk into 2, and I'll end up with like 4 different profit targets depending on the trade. If you guys are dealing with really small size, you can do like 50% and 50%. You can break into 2 tiers instead of 3 or 4. You can do half your position, half your position. How do you sell your position in pieces? What do you mean? You just, if you're holding 1,000 shares, you sell 250. And then you sell 500. And then you sell 250. Okay. How do you determine the first profit target? Guys, your profit target is going to be determined based on potential resistance levels. I can't really, get into, how do you identify your first potential profit target? You've got to identify resistance. You got to use your technical analysis that you learn as a member in by going through all of the courses to identify in a chart where your potential resistance is. If I sit here and go over that with you, every setup is different. Every setup has different potential resistance points. So it's too general, too broad of a question. I'm sorry. Yeah, Johnny Gamecock goes, tier trading is covered in the courses that THD offers. Join the group. Yes, very true. An entire course actually is dedicated to tier trading. An entire chapter is dedicated just to tier trading. Okay. All right. No, we do not have a Discord. We have our own proprietary chat room software and platform. Nice. Way to go, Steven. Steven Wilbur. Nice job. 14K today off of that tier trading lesson. Great job. Really great job. Nice job, Steven. Thank you, Bruce. Bruce says the Professor Mike is a great teacher. Thank you. All right, cool, guys. All right, great. All right, guys, excellent. So, listen, these were some really good lessons that I want you guys to make sure that you really focus on. Very important when you guys are talking about being a disciplined trader or, being consistently profitable. One of the, there's reoccurring characteristics and traits and strengths that I notice in the majority of consistently profitable traders. If you took 100 consistently profitable traders and you just pack them in a room together, a lot of them are going to share similar qualities. And discipline is one of those qualities. I don't believe you can be a consistently profitable trader without discipline. Otherwise, you'll have massive losses. You'll be a nutcase. Your P&L will be all over the place. You're going to be anything but consistent. So these are a couple of lessons that I think can really help you guys focus on being more disciplined, which I think will improve your P&L over the long run. Okay, so cool. Good stuff. Good stuff. This helped, guys? Was this helpful? Was this helpful, guys? I hope so. You know, I mean, this is important stuff. It's important stuff. And these are things that not a lot of people talk about. You know, these are like kind of like like everyone talks about like, ooh, you know, look at this setup or whatever. But, you know, there's so much more to trading than just like a chart pattern or a setup. So these are some of the things that I think make the difference in a trader's career or in a trader's success. It's these type of lessons that I think make the biggest difference, because like technical analysis will get you from red to green, but discipline will make you consistent. That's another one of my quotes, actually. That's another one of my quotes. One of my quotes is technical analysis will get you from red to green, but discipline will make you consistent. So that's another one of my quotes. I'm telling you guys, I'm going to make a book of like all of my quotes. It'll be like an Amazon bestseller. Cool. Good. I'm glad. I see a lot of you are commenting that this was very helpful. Good. I'm really glad. It's my goal. My goal with all these live streams is to make sure that you guys are more informed, more educated, more confident, or better traders when we're done with these lives than we were before we started. That's why if you guys are brand new, you got to make sure that you subscribe and turn on your notifications, because I do this every single night and I share some golden nuggets and some true wisdom with you guys on this channel totally for free to make you guys better traders. So I actually want to see right now how many people that are watching this live right now that are actually not a member of True Trading Group. If you guys are not a member, I want you to type the letters TTG in chat right now. If you guys are not a member of True Trading Group, I want to see how many we have here. Dennis, Eric, Jalen, Norder, Tim, Eli, Only Wisdom, Cool, Jashak, Pat, Dimitri, Abe Q, Sean Melvin, Joe, Carlos Arana, A.V. Rada, James Fearless, Sniper Trading Group, Carlos, Robert Gates, Joel, this is Lifelix, it's your girl, Jay, Later Time, Samir, Christy Leal, Patrick Mulligan, Earl Benson, Alex, R.A., Chip, Harry McMillan, Alacia, Kyra Rodriguez, Rodriguez, Gene Mederick, Calvin Doyle, Jose Diaz, Andrew Wildish, Margaret McEnroe, Tyler McTavish, Alan Wu, VV2, Kevin D, Kachi, Brandy Armstrong, Jorge Lara. Wow, a lot of new faces, guys. Sadiq Saeed, Colt, Tim Inman, Linstonio Armstrong, Vasco Express, Angel Carlo, Chris Salura, Terry Simpson, Manuel Diaz. Wow. Wow. A lot of new faces. Ryan D, Jacob, Pamela. Wow, a lot of new faces, guys. A lot of new faces. I love it. I love seeing so many new faces on the lives. Guys, I'm telling you, seriously, subscribe to the channel. Turn on your notifications right now, okay? Because I do this every night. I share with you guys lessons like this every night. So you don't want to miss out on any of these lessons. I'll also give you guys some trade ideas with my trades. And I do all my trade recaps as well. Okay. Those of you that all just type TTG in chat, I want to know, because I always do with my members, we always talk about goals, what motivates you, and what are your goals of being a trader. But for those of you that type TTG, I want to know what your goals are with trading. What are your goals with trading? Oh, thank you. Brian and Sam both say that I'm a great teacher. I appreciate that. My sister would approve. My sister's an English teacher. My goal is to become educated. I want immediate income. I want to quit my job. Financial freedom, income and retirement, financial freedom, turn it into my main income stream. I want to retire my parents. I want to start a school, make some cash and buy a vet. And my dad would like, my dad's a big vet guy. My dad's got a vet. Pay off my debt. I want a new car and a new home. Growth, consistent profits. be financially stable, quit my boring job, get my first house. Get my house that I want, help my family back home. That's beautiful. Make enough money to go to college, pay off my house, leave a legacy for my children. Great, guys. These are wonderful. Help my parents. These are wonderful. These are excellent goals. These are excellent goals. I respect all of these goals. They're all fantastic goals. It's important to have goals that motivate you guys. I've said it before. Trading's not a get-rich-quick scheme. You're not going to sign up to TGD and make $1 million tomorrow. Okay. But if you guys are willing to put in some work and some effort, this is something that you guys will be able to acquire a skill that could literally help you guys stand on your own 2 feet for the rest of your life. It's like riding a bike. Once you guys have it, you can take it with you till the day you die. And it's important to have these motivational goals to kind of keep you driven and keep you motivated, to continuously get better. And, trading, you don't have a boss that's going to keep pushing you and pushing you and pushing you. It's up to you. You are truly your own boss. You are the ultimate entrepreneur when you guys become a full-time trader, in the ultimate entrepreneur, where you literally, live or die on the back of your own shoulders. So it's important for you guys to have goals that motivate you, but it's also important to have very detailed goals that you can cross off while you begin your journey. I always suggest to people that are like brand new, it's like, okay, you've never made $100 in a day, make that one of your goals, achieve it, cross it off, make a new goal, 200, cross it off, make a new goal, 500, achieve it, cross it off, new goal, 1,000, achieve it, cross it off, and keep doing that. You never had 5 green days in a week, make that one of your goals. Like, these are the kind of goals that I want you guys to set early in your career, because it's very important for you early on to actually build confidence as a trader. It's very important for you guys to build confidence as a trader. I think a consistently profitable trader has to be confident. You can't second guess yourself. You can't be trigger shy. You've got to, see a setup, trust your analysis and attack it if you guys are going to be consistently profitable. Okay. Let me ask you guys all a question real quick. Everyone that just commented to me, all of your goals, what is it worth to you? Like, what would it be worth to you to learn a skill that has the potential to change your life for the better, to help you stand on your own 2 feet, and actually achieve the goals that you all just mentioned? What is that worth to you? All of you that just typed your goals in chat. Because a membership to True Trading Group, okay, would normally cost you $2,212 for the year. But right now, tonight on this live stream, until midnight, you can use coupon code TTG121 and get a 40% discount, which knocks the price of that membership all the way down to just $1,321. Okay, take advantage of that discount code by midnight tonight, because every 24-hour period, the price goes up by a few dollars as we are working our way up to the $2,000 price point. Normally, it would cost $2,212. Tonight on this live stream, it's $1,321 when you use coupon code TGD121, and that's how you guys can get that 40% discount before the price goes up at midnight. Some of you might be saying, man, that kind of sounds like a lot of money. I want you all to think again, because this is what you get as a member of True Trading Group. I told you before, TGD is not just a chat room and an alert service. It is a platform for traders. We take the top premium trading tools, products, and resources, and we bundle them together and include them in an all-inclusive membership when you guys sign up with this coupon code. There are no upsells in True Trading Group. You receive all of the courses, all of the resources, all of the tools when you become a member. You get included with your membership a Benzinga Pro real-time news feed and Squawk Box feature. This gives you breaking up to the second news alerts directly in our chat room, so you don't have to worry about going to some third-party service provider, okay, or some third-party website to get delayed news. An informed trader is a prepared trader, is a profitable trader. You can get news breaking right to the second right there in our chat room, and a Squawk Box feature, which actually lets you turn on your speaker and listen to the news out loud instead of reading a news headline. Someone will actually read it to you. Za from Twitch says, is this live or pre-recorded? Za from Twitch, I am live, my friend. Okay. Next, included. You're also going to get quote streams, real-time level 1, full book level 2, and real-time options data, which comes included with a trade simulator. This lets you all trade stocks and options with fake money with real-time data. Please, if you are not a profitable trader yet, or you are a new trader, please start trading on the simulator. Please start trading on the simulator first. Go through the courses, implement what you learn in the courses in the simulator, prove to yourself you can make money consistently on the simulator before you guys start trading with real cash. The big mistake that a lot of people make is they start trading with real cash right off the bat before they know what they're doing, and they lose all that money. You guys are also going to get access to TradingView's pro charting software with real-time streaming data. This charting software is included with your membership. Again, guys, no additional fee or cost whatsoever. You get access to all of these things when you sign up. You're also going to get at least a minimum 10 easy-to-follow, actionable, real-time trade alerts from a community of traders that is currently sporting about an 85 or 84% win rate in chat. We're 82.6% win rate in chat. It's unbelievable that the action that we are putting off in chat right now. Okay, the markets are hot. Okay, the markets are hot. Okay, guys, markets are hot. And you guys can see there is our, right on the screen is our trading history. We keep all of our trading history up there on our website for everyone to view. You can see all of our longs, our shorts, all of our winners, all of our losers, all of our break evens. You guys have access to all of it right there on our website. You guys can track all of our performance. And when I said there are no upsells, I mean it, because every single course is included in your membership. Okay. For those that do not know, or maybe that are new, we have a lot of new faces on here. Okay, a lot of new faces on here, a lot of people that type TTG. I began my career working at a fund. They did not let me trade $1 of their money until, hold on, guys. I think Adam wants to come on and say something for a second. Guys, hold on one second. Yeah, guys, hold on a second. So my partner and co-founder of TTG, guys, if you guys don't know, this is Adam. The TTG crew knows him as Shug. Adam,
yo, what's going on, everyone? How's it going? Can you hear me, Mike?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. You're good.
All right. Can everyone see the cover sheet here on the trade history? Sound off in chat if you could see the cover sheet here.
Yeah, we can see it.
All right, cool. Let's discuss this. Michael Edward, 76.95%. Jason the Wolf Spatafora, 95.14%. Chris Toner, 82.14%. Jay Downing, 71.37%. Momin, 87.50%. And then there's Glenny, 50%. You're killing me, Smalls.
He only made 2 trades. He's brand new. Leave him alone.
You know what? We just hired you as a mod. You're embarrassing me on TV right now.
Leave him, Glenny. I love you.
Embarrassing me on TV.
Don't take that, Glenny. I love you, Glenny. Don't listen to him.
Anyways, also, guys, really important to look here. I know we do this spiel all the time, and I'm gonna let you finish. But guys, really quick right here, you can click the trade history tab, go in and see all of it. Okay, the buys, the sells, entry price, the time, literally everything, and the notes, so you know what was, which trade was what. It's as transparent as it gets, and we do this for all of the moderators in chat. So this is for Jason Spatafora, who apparently only prints green trades. Chris Toner, Jay Downing. This is recorded every single day. We're huge on transparency in here. Huge on transparency. And you get access to this as a trial or a full member. So that way you can see exactly what we're doing. And then there's Glenny. So, step it up, big dog. Step it up. All right, that's it. That's all I got.
All right. All right, guys. So there you have it. So there's all of our trading history. You guys can see all of it right there on our website. We're fully transparent, wins, losses, break evens. You guys have all of it there. Okay. But you're also getting access to the entire curriculum. Okay. So like I was saying before, I was taught how to be a trader. I didn't figure any of this stuff out on my own. I was taught by professional traders when I got hired at the fund right out of college. I've simplified that education. I've created a 15-course curriculum that includes beginner and foundation courses, advanced courses, option courses, swing trading courses, trader psychology courses. You name it, you get access to it. There's no upsell for any of these courses. They are all included. It's not like you sign up and all of a sudden there's these pro courses that you've got to pay more money for, okay, that hold some kind of secret. No. All of our courses are included when you guys join. They're all in text and video format as well. In addition, there's a video library with over 90 hours of recorded workshops and webinars and live events that we have conducted over the course of the last several months that myself and the other moderators conduct on various topics. You guys can see here a couple of our topics: how to turn a $500 account into $25,000, how to trade successfully or work in a full-time job, getting over the FOMO and having confidence pulling the trigger, beginner trading options 101. These are just a couple of things and a couple of workshops that we have recorded, and they're all in this video library for you. You will also be able to attend these workshops live as a full-time member and actually interact with members and get access to all of these events. Access in general is what you have when you join TTD, because you can send myself and the moderators questions and DMs live in chat throughout the course of the day. Instead of asking me today, like, hey, Mike, what do you think GME is going to do tomorrow? Why don't you ask me at 10 o'clock in the morning what I think GME is going to do in the next 30 minutes? So you guys can actually take advantage and, on the analysis that I give you in real time. And that's what you guys have access to in True Trading Group. Again, a membership would normally cost $2,212, but right now until midnight tonight, you can get a 40% discount that knocks the price down to just $1,321. That when you use coupon code TTG121. This is good until midnight tonight. After midnight, the price is going up. Lock in this discount before midnight. Also, before midnight, anyone that joins with that coupon code will get a free Amazon Kindle Fire HD tablet. We are even going to cover the shipping. Totally free, our gift to you. It's the perfect tool for you to stay connected on the go while you're trading and learning. And you can also use our mobile app. Okay, all of our members get access to our mobile app that allows you to stay connected to our chat room, even though you're not in front of your computer. You can see the screen share. We share our screen throughout the day. All the moderators share their screen, so you see exactly what we see. Okay, we are live on the microphone, talking to you, calling out where we see opportunity live in real time, where I'm buying, where I'm selling before I actually make the trade. And you can listen to that audio analysis and watch that screen share and watch the chat while you're on the mobile app, even if you're not in front of your computer. And best part, you get real-time push notifications sent to you through the app whenever a moderator enters or exits a trade. Okay, that is included for free for anyone that uses coupon code TTG121 by midnight tonight. You'll get a free Amazon Kindle Fire HD tablet. I know the Amazon sounds cool. It's extra value, but what's even cooler is the value of the products that I mentioned to you before. That Benzinga newsfeed with the Squawk Box feature, guys, Benzinga charges $1,188 a year for that service. It's included totally free with your membership. Real-time level 1, level 2, and options data would cost you $990 a year. It's included totally free, no additional fee with your membership. A stock simulator would cost you $750 a year. That's included for free. TradingView Pro's charting software would cost you $720 a year. That is included for free. Guys, add that up. That's $3,648 worth of premium services that are included with your membership at no additional cost when you use coupon code TTD121 and sign up for a year membership for only $13.21. So just in the services and products, look at the value that you guys are getting. As awesome as this all sounds, I'm going to do you one even better here tonight. Anybody that's still on the fence, anybody that's still not pulled the trigger and has still not joined the TTG family, I'm going to do you guys one better. I'm going to show you how much I believe in TTG. This education made me the trader that I am. If you guys just enjoyed my lessons and going through the chart and the trade recaps, if you guys, this is how I learned that. I see the success my members are having. Okay. Guys, my TTG members, I want you guys to sound off in chat real quick. If you guys are making money with True Trading Group in the month of January, I want you guys to type the number 1 in chat right now. My TTG members, if you are making money in the month of January, I want you to type the number 1 in chat right now. Sound off in chat. All of you that are not members, I want you to pay close attention to how many number 1s come across the screen. These are members that have gone through the education, the same education that I'm offering you here tonight, right now. This is why I'm able to do what I'm about to do. All of these number 1s is why I'm able to do what I'm about to do. I'm going to show you how much I believe in TTG and how much I believe that with a little bit of work, it can and will work for you. If you sign up with coupon code TTG121 tonight by midnight, if you complete all of our courses, pass all of the quizzes at the end of the courses, and attend one of our private study groups, if you do not make back the $1,321 at least once throughout the year of your membership, I will give you all of your money back. Yes, I'm offering you a complete full refund if you don't make the money back at least once throughout the year of your membership if you do those 3 things. I have just guaranteed your membership cost. What do you have to lose now? It's your goals. It's your goals. That's what you have to lose. All of you that typed all your goals to me in chat before, retire, steady income, pay off my student debt, buy a house, retire my parents, leave a legacy for my kids. These are the things that you're potentially giving up. That's what you're potentially giving up. It's not the 1321, because if you don't make it back at least once, I'll give you your money back if you do those 3 things. That's how much I believe in the True Trading Group education. And if it wasn't for how many people just typed the number 1 in chat, if it wasn't for all of those people, I wouldn't be able to offer you that. Because if I didn't think this would work for you, I'd be an idiot to offer you a money back guarantee. I'd be an idiot. If my members were not having success, I'd be a complete fool to offer you that money back guarantee. But I stand behind my word. I put my money where my mouth is. I believe in this education. It made me the trader that I am today. And it is allowing all of those members that you just saw type the number 1 in chat have success. That's why I'm willing to offer you that money back guarantee. And without any worry, and I'm going to go to bed and I'm going to sleep like a little baby tonight, knowing that that offer is out there, because that's how confident I am that if you're willing to put in just a little bit of work, this can and will work for you. With all of that being said, if you're still not ready to pull the trigger, we do have a trial. It's a 7-day trial. You guys can join our TTG3 trial program. It is a 7-day trial, which gives you access to our member dashboard. You can see all of the resources and tools that would be available to you as a full-time member. You guys get access to 3 sample trial courses that are included with your membership. Those courses are probably worth a couple $100 each, at least. They're included with your trial for just $3. Our trial is only $3, guys. Literally, it's less than a cup of coffee. Okay, it's $3. It'd be the best $3 you ever spent in your life. There's no auto renew. There's no reoccurring charge. It's one payment of $3. That's it. One payment of $3. Okay, you can upgrade to a full membership at any time during the trial, but you're under no obligation to do so whatsoever. With that trial, you're also going to get 3 days access into our live trading chat room to trade with myself and the rest of the gang live. Okay, so make sure you guys, if you want to sign up for the trial, go to ttgthree.com. Again, that URL is ttgthree.com for anyone that wants to sign up for that 7-day trial. Okay. Also, what I want to point out, Saturday, January 30th is Trader Palooza 4. Trader Palooza 4 is the most intense educational session you will ever experience. It is a 12-hour-long, all-day virtual trading workshop that me and the moderators conduct with all of our TTG members. Okay? Every hour on the hour, we conduct a different 1-hour workshop covering a different trading topic. That is on January 30th. My TTG members, how awesome is Traderpalooza? My TTG members, do you guys think that a membership to True Trading Group is worth its weight in Traderpalooza alone? Like, that's how awesome Traderpalooza is. Guys, you can actually log in and log out based on the workshop that you want to attend. It's a 12-hour-long, all-day workshop. Okay, guys, my members, sound off in chat. Is Traderpalooza worth the cost of a membership by itself? It is the most intensive educational training that you've probably received in the last 2 years, jam-packed into one day. It is fully recorded and it's posted in our video library for members to view later if you guys miss it. But you can come in and attend it live and interact with the moderator, interact with the other members. It's an absolute must attend. Our members love it. Our moderators love it. We have so much fun. It's a full day of learning. I can't wait. That's this Saturday. All you need to do is be a member and you guys can attend. Okay. All you can do is be a member and you guys could attend. Okay. Now, if you sign up for the trial program, you guys will not have access to Traderpalooza. Traderpalooza is for full-time TTG members only. Okay. But if you want to try us on the trial, you can. Okay. You can. But on the trial, I can't guarantee that $13.21 price point. I'm not going to give you the free Amazon Kindle, and you guys can't join us on Traderpalooza if you guys do the trial. Only full members can join us for Traderpalooza. That's coupon code TTG121. And also, I believe we are, for those that don't know, okay, we're about 20% of the way there for our next raffle. Okay, about 20% of the way there for our next raffle. Every time TTG gets 300 new members, we raffle off either a Tesla or $30,000 cash. Last Sunday, we raffled off $30,000 cash to Bill Whelan. He decided to take the cash. Bill, congratulations if you're still on the live. I saw you comment earlier. If you're still on the live, congrats, my man. I hope you're enjoying the cash. And we're about 20% of the way there for our next raffle. Okay. All you need to do to be included in that, to have your chance to win, is be a member of True Trading Group. That's it. You will automatically be included in that raffle. And then we have a lifetime giveaway. When we get 150 lifetime members, we raffle off a Porsche or $50,000. And we are about 80% of the way there for that raffle. All you got to do to be included in that is be a lifetime member of True Trading Group. Okay. So that's it, guys. Like I said, take advantage of that coupon code TTG121 before midnight, because if you sign up before midnight, you're going to get the money back guarantee. You're going to get the free Amazon Kindle, and you're going to lock in that $13.21 price point before the price goes up tomorrow. Otherwise, you guys can go to ttgthree.com and sign up for that 7-day trial. Before I go tonight, I believe Adam wanted to come back on and just say one more thing before we go. So Adam, if you're ready, I'll let you, if you want to pop on. I think you said you had something you wanted to say before we shut things down for the night.
What's going on, everybody? How's it going? Mike, can they hear me?
Yes. Excellent,
excellent, excellent. So, for those that are still here that are TTG members, can you just sign up? Can you just go ahead and sound off in chat real quick if you're a TTG member? Yo, do you guys remember what I said earlier in chat today about potentially a special guest? Yes, sir. Well, guys, I would suggest that if you're a TTG member, you get into our chat room right now, because I am going to get our guest on right now. And if you have an interest in Wall Street Bets or GME or any of those companies and you want the most insight you can get, I got an exclusive guest for you guys inside of True Trading Group's chat room right now.
Boom.
All right. All right. I'm going to go in there. I'll see you guys in there. Full members only.
Later, man. All right, guys. So that's it. So like I said, my TGG fam, guys, get your butts in the chat room right now for our special guest. If you are interested in Wall Street bets and GameStop, get your butts inside the TGG chat right now. If you're not a member of TTG, use coupon code TTG121 right now, and then go get your butt in chat if you are interested in Wall Street bets and GameStop. Guys, TTG121, use that coupon code, get that 40% discount before the price goes up at midnight. Thank you for joining me on this live. You guys are the best. I love you all. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel, turn on those notifications, and of course, smash that like button. I'll see you guys all in chat tomorrow. Have a great night, everybody.